today I've got 2 meetings. I've got a meeting with Drew at 5, and I have a meeting with Caroline and Kennedy at 7. The meeting with Caroline and Kennedy at 7 is, of course, to try and figure out who I'm voting for tribal council, either Drew or Nathan. And the meeting with Drew is to, of course, solidify that I'm not working with the girls and that he and I are still working together, because while I don't think he knows that I'm working with them, he's not dumb and Nathan's not dumb, so they're gonna figure it out if I don't go to him. That's kind of what's expected of me. In terms of talking with Nathan, I'm not going to make it seem like it's an issue that he didn't tell me, or that I know that he didn't tell me specifically. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, it seems like you're kind of working with Nathan now. Great, that's good for us. And the first thing I'm going to ask is, why are Kennedy and Caroline targeting me, right? Why are they targeting me? And I want to see if I can kind of do what I did to Hunter accidentally, to him on purpose. I want to try and catch him off guard with that question a little bit. Like, that'll be right off the bat. That's what I'm going to ask. And then I thought about it a little bit more, right? And so another question I need to ask, which is not going to be my right off the bat question because I need to solidify that I'm working with him, is that since if he and Nathan are working with 3 people on the tribe that has the other clue, I'm assuming they know what the answer, what the other clue is. So I'm going to see if I can figure that out. And that's going to be after I go through a little bit of solidifying, convincing him that I'm on his side, because I think that's going to be a little bit of a more well-guarded secret. And I think pushing that right off the bat will get him to have to immediately decide. And I think immediately deciding for that one is going to be, no, I'm not going to tell her, because I think that'll be his original stance that I hadn't thought, unless I go through and I try and convince him that, hey, I'm on his side, you and me, loyal, I'm with you and Nathan, all the way. I'm your guys' number. So that's my current plan. I had kind of hoped that me and Kennedy Caroline's meeting before would kind of discuss who we were voting out next, but I find that at least them, but most people don't seem to want to decide on a target before we lose a challenge. Because I'm perfectly ready to be like, oh yeah, whose head are we going to chop off next? But they're a little bit nicer than me, apparently, or maybe at least get like a little more make bonds a little more easily. So this is my plan for the 2 meetings, and this is me learning villain tactics, and it's kind of fun learning villain tactics and how I want to see if I can squeeze information out of people. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm learning, and that's fun. And I just hope that I get to last long enough in this game that I can build a repertoire and I can learn some villain skills, because I am on the evil tribe after all.